Hello, let's talk retakes. So maybe you took your assessment yesterday or Thursday or whatever day it was and whatever day it is now for you. Maybe you took your assessment and maybe it went great and you feel really good about your grade and you're feeling really good about that. In that case, you just move on and you don't need to do this retake module. Let's say you took your assessment though and you really don't like how it impacted your grade. You would like to try for a higher score. That is 100% doable. That's what this retake module is all about. So the page that you're on now, the video, as I keep going here, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to take you through the first assessment that you took. So you need to have your work paper in front of you from the tests that you took on Thursday. And I'm going to walk you through the questions and you're going to have a pen in hand and you're just going to be fixing any mistakes that you made, writing anything down that you need to for help. And then when you're done with this video, you are going to then go to the next, click next in Canvas, and you'll try a practice. It's another version of the test, but it's a practice one. You can take it as many times as you need to until you feel really good about things. You have to take it at least once and you have to score 80% or higher on it in order to move on and actually do the retake. So we're going to go through the original test, you're going to try another practice, and then you will have a chance to retake. And you will keep whatever score is higher. So don't be nervous if you do the retake and get a lower score, which that never happens. If you take the time to go through this first test with me and you do the practice on the next, and then you actually do the retake, if you do all those steps, you will get a higher score and then it will replace your first score. So let's get started. Get your test paper in front of you and let's go over the first original test. Okay, so here I'm just going to kind of do a think aloud and write some things down. Here I'm thinking same signs add, keep the common sign. So what I would type in the box here is -75. Same signs add, keep the common sign. Question 2. Most of you did really well with number 1, so I'm not spending much time on that. This is different signs subtract. And then the only other thing I have to remember is that I'm dealing with decimals, so I'm going to line up the decimal. Different signs subtract. Bring that decimal down, and I get 12.3. And then I think through this before I type anything down, before I type anything in. I think through different signs subtract. Take the sign of the one that goes farther. That is clearly the one that goes farther and it's positive. So my answer is 12.3. You don't need to type in any type of positive signal or anything like that. Just type 12.3. Okay, there's 1 and 2. 3 and 4. Here I am, different signs. Different signs subtract. So I subtract that and I get 10. But then I need to think, take the sign of the one that goes farther. So I'm going to type in -10 on that one. No spaces necessary, just -10. Different signs subtract, take the sign of the one that goes farther. All right, when I have multiple, which there were a few of these on that, I like to focus on same signs first. And I think same signs add, keep the common sign. But that's only that part. So now I know I have the rest of it here. I still have a +6. So I'm just going to copy that on there. So I did same signs add, keep the common sign. Now the problem that I have is different signs subtract. 14 minus 6 is 8. But don't forget, take the sign of the one that goes farther. So my final answer is -8. Integers. We're doing pretty well with these rules. These keep going. Well, look, there was a weird thing that screenshotted with there. Is that a 21? I'm going to say that's 21. Okay, so I'm going to start with same signs here, 16 and 5. Again, you don't have to start with same signs. I just think it's, in general, makes the problem a little easier to deal with. So same signs add, 16 plus 5, keep the common sign. Same signs add, keep the common sign. Now I'm going to deal with this part. I still have plus -21. Oh, those are opposites. And so my answer is 0. Question 6. Ooh, they're all same signs. That's nice. That means I can just add all of them together. So 12 plus 4 plus 8 Same signs add. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna add them all together. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can add in whatever order you want. 12 plus 12. Oh, this whole thing's 24. Oh, be careful though. Same signs add. Keep the common sign. Make sure you type in a negative on that one. If you're adding together 3 negatives, your end result is a whole bunch of negatives. Same signs add. Keep the common sign. All right. I'm going to take you back now because these ones you really just kind of, you would write things down, but then you were selecting things and typing things in. So I'm going to show you how that works back in Canvas. So let me stop sharing this. There's my face again. And let us share instead this. Here we go. So question 7 says, Nora has $10 in savings. She owes her parents $50. She does some chores and earns $12, and her grandma gives her $25 for her birthday. I loved when you guys took a picture of your work. I love to see that so many of you, this just made my math teacher heart so happy. So many of you took the time to write it out on your paper before picking one of these. That is such an excellent thing to do. If you write it on your paper first and let your brain process it before choosing multiple choice, you will get more correct answers. $10 in savings is a positive value. Owing your parents is a negative value. Earning money is a positive value, and grandma giving you money for your birthday is a positive. So the only one in there that's a negative is the 50. So when I look through here, nope, too many negatives. Ooh, too many negatives, too many negatives. It's got to be this one because the only negative in there is a 50. All right. Now, question 8 was also using question 7. So now that you have this, you wrote down on your paper your great work. You would have put together the same signs first. 25 plus 10 is 35. 35 plus 12 is 45, 46, 47. So you end up with 47 positives and 50 negatives. You are still in the negatives by 3. Okay, so Nora's ending balance is negative. You guys showed me all that work and wrote that down. This means she still owes $3. The options here were earns, is given, and owes. Earns and is given would be positive things. So the fact that you were at negative $3 means she still owes her parents $3. She's not out of the hole yet. That's what that means. Okay, last couple questions like that. Number 9. The water level in Lake Michigan was 6 inches lower than normal. So we're going to define that mathematically. Lower than normal is going to represent below 0, a negative value. So immediately as I look at these, what I'm going to write down on my paper is a negative 6 to start. It was lower than normal at the beginning of March. Then it decreased by 2.5 inches. That means it went even farther down into the negatives. 2.5 is a negative value, and increased by 4.25 inches in April. So 6 is negative, 2.5 is negative, and 4.25 is positive. Negative, negative, negative. Nope. All positive. Nope. I'm supposed to start with a negative 6. It's got to be this one. Now that you have that statement and have figured it out, now you're going to use it to solve question 10. I'm going to start, and I can't write when I come over on the screen when I get off my smart notebook there, but here I'm going to do same signs first. And I need to think of that. I'm actually going to come over here and show you, even though I don't have this problem on there, I want to give you a screen that I can write on. So if I'm doing, I'm doing this part, and I know it's same signs add, and this is a really common mistake, so I want to make sure you're not making this mistake. Remember, I cannot do 2.5, whoa, that was weird, 5, plus 6, because I did not line up my place values, and that is going to mess this up. I have to do 6.0 plus 2.5, which gives me 8.5, and then same signs add, keep the common sign. So those two negatives together actually give me negative 8.5. Negative 8.5. Back to my face and back to your quiz. So that means you had negative 8.5 for this part, and then you're going to add 4.25, which means now you have to do different signs subtract, which means I need to set up 8.50 minus 4.25. I need to add those zeros in my decimal so that I can line up the place value. Don't forget to line it up. Now, do I have more negatives or more positives? Well, 8 is more negatives than 4 positives. So by the end of April, the water level was below, because I'm still in the negatives, below normal level by 4.25 inches, because I had to do different signs, subtract, take the sign of one, goes farther. All right, so now you've given yourself feedback. Now you're going to try one more practice. If you just tried to do the retake right now, you might not get a better score. You need a little bit more practice first. So you're going to take a practice, which looks a lot like the test, but it's not the real retake. It's for practice. You have to score at least 80% on it. As soon as you do, you can move on and try the retake. And let me know if you have any questions.